button. There we go. After, like, what, 6 tries, I think we are finally live. For those who are wondering, what happened? For some reason, the YouTube webcam thing that I use, did not want to recognize my microphone. It didn't want to utilize it. So let me actually do this too. Let me add a nice looking... Huh, that's weird. It says I have no thing, but yet thumbnail's there. I guess I'll fix it after. I guess you could say this stream has gone as well as the Tigers series for the most part. Oh, God. What is there really to talk about regarding that series? You know, it's like, heading into that series, man, I was thinking we could possibly, maybe, take 2 of 3. Right? Take 2 of 3, and we're good. Let me make sure my microphone and stuff is working, because I don't trust YouTube nowadays. YouTube is sus. The susness is crazy. So let me test it. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. But then after this, I got a little something for you. I'm going to be looking at the 5-year plan of every team in the MLB. In the outfield. I'm interested about ours, though. I'm really interested in our 5-year plan. You know, why not? Yeah. So, this stream has gone off the rails already, and we're only 2 minutes in. You gotta love it. You know? Classic. But anyways, let's take a look at what the heck happened in this series. So, first game of the series. Alright. We had Aaron Sivali, who's been beyond awful this year. He's been lucky to keep his ERA under 10 for the most part. It's going up against Tariq Skubal, who has been pretty good, actually, this year. He was really good. I mean, yeah, you look at the preview heading into this game. If, Chrome would graciously allow me to look at the preview. Thank you very much. There we go. Skubal was entering this game at 3-2. 50 Ks. You know? I think Sivali had like a 9 ERA heading into this game too. And unfortunately, Skubal got a bit of bad luck as he threw a pitch. Can't remember who hit it. But our guy hit it, and it hit Skubal right off the side of the knee. Luckily, it didn't severely he didn't fall to the ground and everything. So he was able to walk off, but with a limp. I believe they said it was a bruise, but it could have been much, much worse. Much worse. But yeah, at that point it was, what was it, freaking, it was 0-0 heading into that point. And you can definitely tell when it happened in the bottom of the 6th. And it sucks because he was doing great. And then just bad luck happens. And I've noticed too, over the past couple of days, there's been a lot of that. Comebackers hitting off the pitcher or somebody. A lot of bad luck. So we go to this. In fact, it was... Okay, yeah. It was the... Huh. Yeah, it was a comebacker. It was tough. But hey, Skubal came out, and we immediately pounced. immediately. Jacob Barnes came in, and we jumped on him almost from the get-go. Hedges doubled, and then Straw, RBI single. Then Ahmed, RBI single. Straw had just his regular single. And then Rosario with the RBI single. Made it 1-0. So yeah, essentially, poor dude comes in and we get a double and 2 singles, and then Jose with the 3-run blast to make it 4-0 right off the bat like that. And if I was a Tigers fan at that point, I'd have been like, of course that happens, Because at that point, they were doing great. Boyd was... I keep trying to say Boyd. Damn it. Tariq Skubal. Boyd's not even there anymore. Damn. But Skubal has been great. He was fantastic. And then he just got bad luck. Bad luck struck again for the Tigers. In fact, none of their starting pitchers are healthy right now. You look at their rotation, it's all freaking like AAA level pitchers. That's tough. They have been hit hard by the injury bug this year. And, it's like that team, they didn't have playoff aspirations. They didn't have World Series aspirations. Their fans were just looking forward to a team that could possibly get near 500. And then what happened was simply bad luck. Injuries. I'll go through their injury report right now if you really want me to. But, it's bad for the Tigers. It is just... It's like what we had to deal with last year. Except last year for us, it was our pitchers. In fact, let me see. Let me see this. MLB injury report. MLB injured list. But yeah, game 1. Guardians took control after Skubal went out. Scored 4 runs. They did get 1 run in the 7th, but that was it. We scored 2 more in the bottom of the 8th. Made it 6-1. We get the dub. Sivali continues to own the Tigers. He sucks this year, but it's so funny because he sucks against everybody else, really. But then against the Tigers, he turns into like a Cy Young candidate. If we played the Tigers 162 times, I bet you Sivali would probably win like the majority of his games. If Sivali played the Tigers 20 times, he'd probably go 17-3. It's just so weird with him. But I'm not complaining. Maybe this helps him get his swagger back. Because he's good. It's just his stuff is not there. But I have noticed, if you look at the velocities of these guys' pitches, they're starting to go up. I think it's because of the weather. The balls don't help, but the weather is definitely helping out when it comes to this stuff. Hard Knocks in season will feature the Cardinals. Oh, okay. The Cardinals are going to be the Hard Knocks in season team. Interesting. So they're going to have the Lions before the season, and then the Cardinals during the season. Interesting. That's an interesting one. Wow. Cardinals? Oh. Kyler Murray, Cliff Kingsbury, D-Hop. Interesting. It's nice. But yeah, Jacob Barnes came in there, took the loss. He's 3-1, 4.20 ERA. That's an interesting ERA though. 4.20. Haha. I'm immature. 3 out of 4 against 2 historically bad teams. No, actually, we won 1 out of 3 because there was a rain delay in there. Speaking of which, game 2. Everyone was expecting this to happen. It was a rain delay. That game got postponed to July. I'm surprised they didn't do a doubleheader, but oh well. But yeah, in terms of game 1, Skubal went 5 innings, 4 hits, 5 Ks. He was dealing. I don't know if he would have scored on Skubal. Sivali gave up 1 run. Again, that was after we had already scored. And then he had a walk in 3 Ks. His ERA is almost under 8 now. That's good. Heck, if he continues to actually get better, he might have an ERA under 5 by the All-Star break. Who knows? Especially if his stuff gets better. Wow. But Screwball, then with the Barnes, who went an inning, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earns. Like, we were just chomping at the bit for that bullpen to come in. And then we just pounced. De Los Santos came in there for an inning and 2/3, 2 Ks. Good stuff. Clase came in there to finish the job, like he usually does. You love to see it. But, yeah. Jose's home run was the dagger. And then, like I said, Game 2 was rained out. That won't be played until July. Game 3 comes up. And we're facing Alex Fido? Woof woof? I don't know. I guess that's how you say his name, Fido. Interesting name, but okay. I mean, that's cool. That's cool, you know. Interesting name, but okay. You know, we faced Alex Fido. And it went about as you expect with us. We like to let these scrubby, like, young pitchers that we've never heard of look like Cy Young against us. And then, of course, Bieber looking like a bum. As we lose 4-2. Bieber 1-3. What happened to Bieber, man? What the heck? Is it because of sticky tack? Bro, what? Like, his stuff has been so off this year. Is he hurt or something? Bro, if you're hurt, let us know, man. You're hurting us. Literally. Fido got the win. He's 1-1, 3 ERA. Bieber 1-3 with a 3.55 ERA, and Soto with 7 saves, 2.92 ERA. And I will say this: there was a couple. It should have been 5-4 Guardians. We should have won this game, you know, because Ahmed got robbed of a home run, and if this was 2019, Franmil Reyes would have had like a dozen home runs by now, maybe more. A lot of the balls that he hits die at the warning track. I swear on everything, he has got to be the unluckiest player ever. That dude has had so many freaking, excuse my language, piss missiles absolutely just yanked out of the air by the wind, by dead balls, by robbing. It's like, can this guy just hit some dongs, please? That probably hurts his confidence. Oh my god. I would kill my confidence. I mean, he has to absolutely obliterate a ball for it to go out. You know, Reyes is the kind of guy to hit a ball 117 miles per hour exit velo and have it be a wall scraper. Usually when you absolutely just pound one, it goes like 450. This guy would have it be a wall scraper, especially with these dead balls that they have. Now you say, oh, dead balls. Now Diamondbacks fans who will maybe be watching this, like JB Taylor, you know, shout out to you, by the way. He's a new YouTuber. He's like, dead balls? What are those? Did you not see what happened in that Cubs game? Well, a lot of it is the weather, too. The wind blows in a little bit, it knocks the ball out of the air. But of course, you know, Manfred, he always loves to mess with stuff. He messes with everything. Messes with baseballs. He's trying to mess with the bases. I mean, yes, make the bases bigger because it's safer. People get cleated and everything. Not to mention, you have people running into one another and everything. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. You know, but just stop messing with the game unless it's for baseballs. Like, you know, go back to being juice balls. Or don't make them as juiced. Just give them like, you know, a little juice. Just enough to make it fun. Because there's been so many rockets that have died at the warning track. I don't know how many times that's happened this year. In 2019 or earlier, the ball would have been in the freaking, like, mezzanine level. Like, it would have been out of the stadium. But instead, because these balls are trash, they end up at the warning track or it's a wall scraper. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this Twitter account. It's called What It Dong. they show like a graphic of home runs that were hit. And you know what? I'm actually going to try and find that real quick here, guys. I'm going to try and find that tweet. I don't know if Would It Dong made a tweet about it. I don't know if he tweeted about the Reyes home run. That would have been a home run. I swear to God, if I see this thing say, it would have been a home run in one ballpark, and that's Yankee Stadium. I'm like, see, that stadium is a meme stadium. I hate that stadium. You know, if I was a Yankee fan, I'd be like, oh, you only hate it because, you know, what? I mean, bro, literally, a routine flyout goes 2 rows deep there. There's so many times I've seen on this account, they post something like a home run, and it's like a wall scraper. And it's be like, that's a unicorn. It would have been a home run at one ballpark. Yankee Stadium. And then you got the trolls over in Baltimore. Hey, you know what? We have a beautiful stadium. I know what we can do to make it look stupid. Let's push the wall back and make it high. Let's push the wall back. Yeah, good idea. Push the wall back and piss off everybody. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see if there's anything in here. Let's see. Did he do? I don't think he did. Let's see. We got Yoan Moncada, fly out, tough. Anderson, Lurie, Rutschman. Look at this. Adley Rutschman hit a home run, a fly out. It would have been a home run at Target Field and nowhere else. Keep in mind, they're playing in Camden Yards. That's insane. But that wall is probably a lot higher, too, I guess. That's tough. Getting robbed by by your own ballpark. That's tough. Ryan McKenna, fly out. That would have been a home run in 28 of 30. That would have pissed me off. That would have pissed me the hell off. No lie. If I was Ryan McKenna and I see that, I'd be like, oh, sure. A home run in 28 of the 30 ballparks. Except ours. Why? Because our lovely designers decided to push the wall back. Why did they do that? Looks stupid. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? When I first saw that tweet saying that they were doing that, I thought, that's got to be a troll. That's a troll. Nope. It was legit. They pushed the wall back because they like to make people mad. Okay, Pollock, Judge, Yastrzemski, Cordero's Grand Slam. What the heck? Oh, that's... No. Isbell, Garlic. Did he not post about it? Patrick Wisdom, Longoria, Votto, Baez. Oh, yeah, there's Baez's home run. So he didn't post about Franmil's flyout. That should have been a home run. Dang it, I thought he would have. But I'm pretty sure it would have been like a unicorn. No, like the one that... What about Ahmed? The one that he got robbed on. I think he posted about that one. Right? He posted... Yeah, he did. No, here's the Franmil flyout. Home run in half the ballparks. I'm telling you. He is the unluckiest dude ever. That would have been a home run in 15 of the 30 ballparks. Oh, God. Exit velo 104. Launch angle 35. 370 distance. That would have pissed me off if I saw that, bro. Oh, God. Let me see if he has the Ahmed one. Yep. Now, here's Josh Naylor. That was a missile. 17 of 30. It was a home run. So that's good. 416. That was a no-doubter from him. Love to see that out of him, though. And then I think the Ahmed one was before him. So let's see if it's in here. Where are you? It should be in here. I think it was before Naylor. Ahmed got robbed, and he made it look like it went like 450 just by his actions alone. And that's not in here. Oh, that's actually crazy. It's not in here. Oh, well. But, yeah, like, that would have been crazy, man. I mean, freaking Franmil got robbed. That home run that he hit last night would have been a home run in 15 of the 30 ballparks. That's insane. Oh my god. Oh, if only the wind was blown out a little more to the right field, that would have been gone. Or if the ball would have been juiced, that would have been gone. But enough complaining about that. You know, we lost. It happens. You know, we're not going to win every game. I know that. You know, but Fido sounds like a freaking generic dog name. 5 in the third, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 2 Ks, a home run. Yeah, good stuff. Bieber, 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 10 Ks. Bieber got 10 strikeouts, and he wasn't even playing his best. That was not his best stuff, and he still had 10 Ks. Imagine what he would have done if he had his stuff. If he was nasty. Oh, God, he would have had 15 plus. Oh, boy. Sticky Tech Bieber probably has 16 Ks last night, without a doubt. 3.55 ERA, so he's not trash. He's mid. But, you know, it'd also be good if the offense could wake up a little bit for him. Because obviously you can't win if you don't score runs. But it's just bad luck. This team is not just bad. It's not bad. It's just bad luck. We have got to be one of the most unluckiest teams again this year. We thought, oh, let's change the name. The luck will change. Nope. Still same old, same old. New name, new year, somewhat new teamish, kind of newish team. Same bad luck. Can't blame the name anymore. Oh, the voodoo gods are against us. No, if anything, the voodoo gods kind of love us sometimes. I mean, look at all the times that we've just benefited from other teams committing hilarious errors. I mean, the freaking Tigers yesterday, they were running the bases like a Little League team. Twice, like in a row, pretty much. I will say, though, those snags on the left side, I think it was Ramirez or Jimenez, made some great snags. Forced some that one. I think that was Jimenez or Ramirez made that snag. Dude was running from second to third, bro. What are you doing? Stupid. And then the second one, I think, was going from first to second. Snagged it through to first. Bozo was running. Like, what are you doing, dude? But I think the biggest Bozo move was Hedges on that robbed home run from Rosario. Bro, I think Ahmed sold Hedges on that. Ahmed made it look like it was going 450. So Hedges is like, oh, that's out of here. I'm just gonna go. That's out of here. Daz Cameron's like, you thought it's gone? Wrong. So he robs the home run, and fat ass Hedges has to, I'm running back to first. Slow ass sloth. Freaking got out. Like, bro, what are you doing? I understand you gotta run, but like, you know, if I was a base runner and my dude hits a ball long ways, watch the outfielders. Watch their body language. Okay? Watch their body language. If he hits a moonshot and they're just standing there watching it, well, yeah, it's gone. But if they're running to the wall, be ready to run back to base. Like, you literally stop. Because the dude can run, you know, obviously the base runner, the first guy, you know, the guy that's running the first, you know, maybe walk or do like a slow strut if you think it's gone. This way you can book it back to first. But don't be like that. Don't be out here running like you're at third by the time that ball's out. You know, and then it gets caught and then you're essentially a dead duck. Because, I'm going to run around the bases, even though I don't think the ball's out of the park yet. No, I'd at least wait. But oh well. You know, we lose 4-2, whatever. Fido gets the win. He's 1-1, 3 ERA. Bieber's 1-3, 3.55 ERA. Soto, 7th save. Blah, blah, blah. 2.92 ERA. We already know. So now we talk about what's going on coming up here. Well, we go from Detroit, or we face Detroit. We go from home against Detroit, pretty winnable, beatable team, to facing off against a team that has been a playoff contender the last couple of years. This year, they're doing pretty good. And that is, of course, the Rockets. The Astros in Houston. Sorry about that, guys. I was listening to my police scanner. But oh well. So we got to face Houston now. And Houston is pretty good. In case you didn't know. Today's matchup, I don't know if they've updated it, but last time I checked, they didn't have our pitching matchup up yet. I don't think it'll be McKenzie. I think they're skipping him. This turn through the rotation. So I think it'll be Plazak. I think. No, they haven't put it in yet. So all I know is who Houston is posting, and it is. Oh, hang on. All right. It'll be Luis Garcia, 3.2 ERA, 3.35 ERA, or 3-2 record, 3.35 ERA, 41 strikeouts, and against him. We have only had a maximum of 3 at-bats against him, and nobody has done anything except for Ernie Clement, who has 2 at-bats, batting .500. Nobody else has touched him. And then we got tomorrow, the 24th. It will be somebody. I don't think they announced the rotation yet. That rain delay put us through a loop. Framber Valdez, who's on my fantasy team. 3-2 record, 2.68 ERA, 39 Ks. And against him, again, nobody's done anything. Except for Jose, who's got 4 at-bats, batting .500. And Yu Chang, 2 at-bats, batting .500. So, this is going to be a fun series. Oh, yeah. Very fun series coming up. And then we go for Game 3 of the series. We got somebody going up against Christian Javier. It's 2-2, 2.87 ERA, 39 Ks. And Franmiel's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Hey, someone had an RBI against an Astro pitcher. Yay! Batting 1-1. Everyone, the other two, Oscar, Mercado, and Ahmed Rosario, 0 for 1. So we've barely faced these pitchers. At least we've avoided Verlander, who's turned into an ace, Cy Young candidate in his, whatever how many years he's pitched. Seems like the dude has pitched for 30 years. Or 20 years. It's been over 20 years. I think around 20 years. Going on. Very close. We faced him in Detroit, and we were starting to get after him, and then he gets to freaking Houston, and he turns into a super ace. But yeah, Valdez is 3-2, 2.68, 39 Ks. Nobody's really touched him. Good stuff. Love to hear it. Miles Straw homecoming game. Yes. And also Phil Maton. We faced Phil Maton. Which means Phil Maton is probably going to absolutely destroy us, because that's usually what happens. But I'm not feeling good about this series. Probably going to be a sweep for the Astros. We have not really been able to beat the Astros at all. And it sucks, but that's just the way it is now. Unless this offense wakes up. Depends on who we have pitching. I don't think it'll be McKenzie. I think McKenzie is pitching against Detroit again. But I think it's going to be Plazak, Quantrill, and Sivali. Yay. I think. Unless they have someone else doing it. Which is possible. I don't know, though. But, see what happens. And then, of course, after that, May 25th, we are facing the... No, we have Houston again. Oh, crap. I forgot. It's a 4-gamer, isn't it? Oh, no. No, that's Javier. No, I forgot today's the 23rd. Duh. And then we face Detroit. So I guess we avoid Verlander, which is alright. I'm just losing my mind right now. And, of course, they have not announced the starting pitching staff for that. Although I do know McKenzie will be pitching in that series. Well, he has to. He didn't pitch in this one, according to what I've seen. But, yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for that portion of the stream. So now, I know my thing's been lagging, but, yeah, we're facing off against Framber Valdez... we got Luis Garcia game 1, Framber Valdez game 2, and Christian Javier game 3. And we have not announced our pitching our side of the rotation yet. My guess is, though, it'll probably wind up being something like Plesac, Quantrill, and Sivali in some order like that. Because I looked at my fantasy lineup, and it didn't have McKenzie pitching until... 27th or something in Detroit. So we'll see. Maybe they adjust it. Maybe they have McKenzie pitching today because technically he should have been pitching today because the rain delay pushed him back a day. I don't know why they moved that one game to July. I mean, dang. Should have had it be a doubleheader yesterday. But oh well. It is what it is. Hopefully we can at least, win a game in this series. I'm not expecting much from this team at this point. But with that, let's move on to something more interesting. As I get rid of this. Thank you very much. Don't need the matchup thing anymore. I'm going to look at State of the Positions 2022. And I'm going to be looking at the outfield. So, with that being said, ready? Doo-doo-doo. Hee. Let me put on my phone here. This way I can look at the chat without having to go back and see. All right. Now we got lag, of course. Lag. We all love lag. Yes, sir. We all love lag, don't we? But anyways, we're going to go through the state of the position. Every team's 5-year plan in the outfield. Present and in the future. So, let's get right into it, guys. All right. We're going to start off with the Arizona Diamondbacks. By the way, shout out to JB Taylor, man. He's a really cool Diamondbacks fan. Yes, sir. And, of course, you got freaking the ad from Bleacher Report. It's probably going to be sticking around the entire time. I will not have it. I will just simply extend the page like that. Just to make sure we don't see that damn ad. Because I'm not going to get chaunched for a damn ad that I cannot get rid of. Damn. I'm going to even extend the page a little bit more. There we go. Oh. There we go. Okay. Now you guys can see it a little bit better too. By the way, as always, shout out to... let me see who wrote this article. Oh, Joel Ryder. There you go. Now you guys can read it a little bit better, too. Yeah. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. All right, so Arizona Diamondbacks, their present is David Peralta, Alec Thomas, and Pavin Smith. David Peralta, obviously, on the older side of things, 34 years old. Thomas is 22, and Pavin is 26. Peralta is controllable through this year. I think he'll be a free agent after this year. By the way, Guardians, if you want to go after anybody, you should maybe look at going after him because he'd be a very, very good get, low key. Yeah, I would love it. Honestly, let's move this up here. There we go. Yeah. All right. So yeah, the future: Corbin Carroll, ETA 2023. Christian Robinson, Tier 3. ETA, question marks? And Dominic Fletcher, 2023. Tier 3. I think that means like he's like a lower level guy. In fact, does it have an explanation for what Tier 3 is? It should. Guess not. Oh well. But I'm guessing tier 3 is like the lower level guys. Guys that are probably like lower in the system. Like they just got there. Next, we got the Atlanta Braves. Of course, they have Travis Demerit, 27, controllable through 2027. So he'll be controllable until he's 34, essentially. Adam Duvall, he's 33. He's been in the league a while. He is controllable through this year. Again. Although we do have Miles Straw. But, I mean, if you wanted to do a platoon with somebody, you could always platoon him with Miles Straw, huh? Couldn't hurt. But, man, if we were to get, like, David Peralta, that'd be great stuff. Somehow. Like, that'd be wonderful. In the free agency or whatever, or even trade. Why not? We need it. And Acuna, obviously, 24, controllable through 2028. Now, future, Michael Harris, the second, tier 1, ETA next year. Drew Waters, tier 2, ETA this season at some point. And Jesse Franklin, ETA next year, tier 3. Then you have Baltimore. Obviously, Austin Hayes, Cedric Mullins, Anthony Santander, really, really good crop of outfielders. And the 26 and then 27-year-olds. Austin Hayes is controllable through 2025. Mullins, controllable through 2025. And then Santander, who was, I believe, a farmhand for the Guardians / Indians once upon a time. He's controllable through 2024. Future, you have Colton Cowser, ETA 2023. Heston Kjerstad, 2023. He's a tier 2. Kyle Stowers is 2024. Boston. You got Alex Verdugo, who's controllable through this year. Not through this year, for 2024. And Kike, controllable through this year. He's 30 years old. And Jackie Bradley Jr., controllable through this year. He was, of course, reacquired in the trade with the Brewers. So, yeah, I'm sure Red Sox fans have enjoyed having JBJ back, but yeah, that's dope. Verdugo, acquired, of course, in the Betts trade. He was the kind of guy I thought we would get for Lindor, but, you know, we didn't want to trade him to the Dodgers. We wanted to trade him to the Mets. We could have had Verdugo, man. Our outfield could have been solved already. But oh well. But yeah, you see, two of them are controllable through this year, and then you have Verdugo. Now, in terms of the future, Jarren Duran, he's exceeded prospect limits. I ain't never ever seen that before. What the hell? Prospect status was time spent on the active roster last season, but he's back at minors for the time being, so he can play every day. I ain't never seen that before. That's legal? Huh. I ain't never ever seen that before. Usually, when you exceed your limits, you get DFA'd. But I guess he's a special kind. Special exemption, I guess, or something. Huh. Gilberto Jimenez, ETA 2024 is the tier 3, and then Miguel Bleis, tier 3, ETA 2025. Chicago Cubs. Shout out to Josh of the Sports Fury. I don't think he's watching, but you never know. They have, of course, Ian Happ, controllable through next year. 2020, he's 27 years old. He's a guy that I would love the Guardians to look at if he's available via trade. Jason Hayward, old as, he's old, his old as, 32 years old, controllable through 2023. And then you have Seiya Suzuki, who they just signed from Japan, 27 years old, controllable through 2026. Let me turn that down a little bit more. I don't know why my microphone keeps redlining. Let me do this. Let me turn this down a little bit. Turn down the volume. There we go. How's that? Are we good now? Okay, we're good now. All right. But yeah, I like their outfield, man. Yeah. If Josh ever sees this part, I mean, that's a good outfield. Solid. It's a solid outfield. It's a playoff level outfield. And then for the future, Brandon Davis, Kevin Alcantara, who we've seen before. And you have PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, who they acquired from the Mets, I believe, for Stroman? Or was it? Oh, I'm sorry, it was Baez, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was for Baez. Damn, you guys got a nice looking outfielder for the future. Brandon Davis, ETA Tier 1, 2023. Alcantara, I think we've seen him before in the majors. I recognize the last name on the Cubs. I think he might have been called up a couple times last year. Because I remember we played them, and Baez was a bozo one of the games because he was running, and we caught the ball, caught him slipping at third base because he thought the ball was like going to get down, but we caught it, and he was being an idiot because he was at third base, and he got caught. We threw to first, got him out. And then David Ross, who is the manager there now, of course, in case you forgot, he's a manager there now. He actually pulled Baez. And then I remember seeing Alcantara in the game. So it's like, that must be him. And then he's Tier 2, ETA 2024. PCA, of course, Tier 2, ETA 2024. And now, of course, you go to the Chicago White Sox, the Southsiders. Their outfield right now is looking nice, though. But Pollock is 34. He's controllable through this year. Robert, 24 years old, controllable through 2027. They signed him to like a massive extension contract, like right when he was in the minors. Got that done immediately. Andrew Vaughn, 24 years old, controllable through 2026. So they're going to have a good portion of this outfield for a while. And then you look at their future. Yoki Cespedes, ETA 2023. Oscar Colas, 2 Cubans. Tier 2, ETA 2023. So they're going to have the Cuban invasion pretty much with those 2 guys joining the guys that they already have. Abreu, Moncada, you have Robert, you have freaking Cespedes, Colas. I think Cespedes is the brother of Jonas too. Luis Misas, he is Tier 3, ETA 2024. This is going to take me forever, but hey, I like this. Then you got the Reds. Their present is Tommy Pham, Albert Almora, and Tyler Naquin. 2 of the 3, Pham and Naquin, they're controllable through this year. They're both over there in their 30s. Almora, free agent, he's controllable through next year at 28 years old. Naquin, it seems to be the guardian killer now because he just hates us because we got rid of him even though he sucked with us and the dude could not stay healthy. Sucky thing with him was he would rake with us. He would be raking, hitting dongs, looking great, and then he'd get hurt. He'd be out like a majority of the season. He'd come back, he'd suck. Then he'd get hot, then he'd get hurt. Then he'd suck. He'd come back, then he'd suck. Then he'd get hot, then he'd get hurt. Then he'd get... It's like a freaking thing with him. He would suck, get hot, get hurt, come back, suck, get hot, get hurt, suck, get... It's like a freaking cycle with him, man. It's like, if he could stay healthy an entire season, not to mention he did cost us a world championship pretty much with those blunders in game 6 or whatever in or game 5 or whatever in the World Series. A couple blunders. Bum. It's tough. But yeah, in the future they have Jay Allen, Austin Hendrick, and Alan Cerda. Not, as you can see, they're all Tier 3. Nobody really big, you could say. Like, I don't know them. I've never heard of them. So, of course, typical Reds. I've never heard of them. So, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, tough. I'm sure they could probably get some decent prospects for, like, Castillo or, some of those other guys that they have if they trade them away. Especially, like, Maley or Castillo if they do decide to do that. Which they suck, so I'm sure they're going to be selling some pieces off. We'll see. And then you go to... the Guardians. What the heck is this? Oh, it's my freaking... Gotta get rid of that. There we go. The Guardians. Of course, our outfield right now is Stephen Kwan. Miles Straw, who's locked up through 2028. Just extended him this year. Oscar Mercado, he's locked up through 2025. But yeah, Kwan, he's got a long time. He's 24, made the team out of spring training. But he's been through a little bit of a tough stretch lately. Ever since he hit his home run, he's been through a stretch. It's so weird. Like Miles Straw, ever since that little thing he had in New York with the Yankee fans, he's been kind of meh. We need him to get hot again. But hey, I'll tell you one thing. His offense may be kind of trash, but his defense is great. He's always out there making plays on defense, saving runs. And then Oscar Merfado is essentially good for a home run every now and then. He's not total garbage. I've seen worse. But, like, he needs to get better because, man, oh, man, look what we got in the farm. We got some pieces in the farm coming up, too. It's going to be fun. Now, as for the future, like I said, George Valera, Tier 1, ETA, next year. I like for Richie Palacios, Tier 3, ETA, now. Petey Halpin, Tier 3, ETA 2024. Bleacher Report, you're wrong for that. They put now. Straight up. And it's not just now in, lowercase. They put it in all caps. Like saying, he's ready now. Because he's actually played this year. But you know what? We'll have to keep calling him down, sending him down in favor of Oscar Merfado because Merfado is a bum. I like Richie. He came in immediately started raking, but no, we can't have that. Tito likes his guys, man. Tito loves Merfado. He's a Merfado stan because he hit a grand slam. Me and my fellow Guardians fans on Twitter like to we joke around saying with every hit Merfado gets, that buys him another week on the team. That's pretty much what it is. And when he hit that grand slam, that's like essentially 2 months on the team. Pretty much. But I love George Valera. He's raking right now. He'll be up. He might even be up earlier than that. Honestly. Why not? He might be up earlier. And then you have Richie and then Petey, who is whatever. For the Rockies, you have Chris Bryant, of course. He's going to be there a while through 2028. Randall Grichuk through next year, 30 years old. And Chuck Nasty, 35. Damn. He's controllable through this year. Nice. For the future, you got Zach Veen, Tier 1, coming in next year. Benny Montgomery and then Brenton Doyle, Tier 2s, both coming in 25 and 23. Cool. For Detroit Tigers, you got Austin Meadows, controllable through 2024. They acquired him, of course, for Isaac Paredes. And it's kind of weird because Paredes is looking great in Tampa, whereas Meadows has kind of struggled lately. And he's also out due to vertigo. I believe vertigo is an inner ear infection, so that's tough, bro. I like Meadows, but that's tough, man. An inner ear infection. People don't know this about me, but I actually had a perforated eardrum when I was younger. My one bozo doctor did not diagnose it, and I almost was unable to walk or speak. You would have never been able to really hear my awesome voice. If my mom hadn't, taken the initiative, changed doctors, sent me to one who actually knew what he was doing, and essentially saved my ability to walk correctly and actually somewhat speak too, because I would have been probably deaf in my left ear, or my right ear, one of my ears. I would have been deaf in one ear. That would have been trash. That would have not been cool. I'm not going to mention the doctor's name because he's probably not even in the practice anymore. But, yeah. That would have sucked. That's just something you probably didn't know about me. But now you do. But yeah, Robbie Grossman. He's a free agent probably after this year, I think. Derek Hill, of course, 2026. Meadows, yep. For the future, you got Riley Green coming up this year sometime. Roberto Campos, 2025, and then Parker Meadows, not related to Austin, I don't think, 2024. For Houston, the team we played this week, Michael Brantley, Dr. Smooth, Chas McCormick, and Kyle Tucker. Brantley is controllable through this year. He's 35. Damn. McCormick, and then you have Tucker. Of course, they'll be there for a little bit. For the future, you got Pedro Leon, Tyler Whitaker, and Colin Barber. Not really crazy stuff there. Kansas City, you have Benintendi, controllable through this year. Michael Taylor, controllable through next year. Kyle Isbell, controllable through 2027. For the future, you have Tyler Gentry, Eric Pena, and Darryl Collins. Again, Tier 3. Not very great. Not great stuff. Angels, right now, it's Marsh, Trout, and Ward. Obviously, they're going to be there a while. Future, Joe Adell, Jordan Adams, and Alexander Ramirez. Joe Adell has exceeded prospect limits, but he's only down because he ain't playing right now. Because, I mean, who are you going to put him over, right? Hey, yo. Hey, LA, we'll give you a freshly washed Shane Bieber for Joe Adell. I'm trolling, obviously. We'll give you Zach Plazak for Joe Adell, and you will like it. Freshly washed means he's nice and clean, but in reality, he's just not very good. Hey, attention, team who's desperate for pitching. We'll give you a lightly used Zach Plazak and some table scraps for a solid outfield prospect and maybe a catcher who can actually hit and not pop out every freaking 2 at bats, and it doesn't look like a bum. Thank you very much. Okay, then you have the Dodgers. Of course, they have Chris Taylor, Bellinger, and Betts. Betts is going to be there for a long time, another 10 years. Taylor and Bellinger won't be there nearly as long, probably, although I could see them extending Taylor. But I don't know about Bellinger. Bellinger's kind of been a bum lately. He needs to get hot again. But yeah, Chris Taylor's 31. Wow. For the future, you have Andy Pages, Jose Ramos, and James Outman. Nothing really crazy there. Miami Marlins, it's Jorge Soler, controllable through 2022, but player options in 23 and 24, so he could stay a little bit longer if he wants to. Jesus Sanchez and Avisail Garcia, they're going to be there for a minute. Sanchez until 27, and then until 2027, and Avi Garcia through 2026. For the future, it's JJ Bleday, Gerard Encarnacion, and Peyton Burdick. Burdick. They're all ETAs this year. So they could have a whole new outfield if they really want to. Like, if they're bad and they trade their outfielders, maybe, like Avi or maybe Soler, they could call up 2 of those guys. Booyah. I don't know if they're going to do that. Milwaukee, you got Yelich, Kane, and Renfroe, of course. Renfroe came back over there this year, I believe. In the was he in the? I think he was in the JBJ trade, the retrade, I guess. Kane, controllable through this year. Yelich, of course, through 2028. He's 30 years old, and then Hunter Renfroe through next year. For the future, it's Joey Weimer, Sal Frelick, and Jackson Chourio. By the way, fun fact: the Guardians actually have Jackson's brother in their system now. Yeah, they signed him as a international free agent. So that's pretty cool. I think we also have Maiceras Torres' relative in our system, too. I think it's his brother or something. Like his younger brother or something. I don't know. I know they have some relation. It's like, oh, wow. That's actually pretty dope, you know? Like we have Christian Cairo, Miguel Cairo's son, on our team, in our system as well. I don't know if we're going to see him at some point, but I mean, that'd be cool. Minnesota, obviously, Trevor Larnach, Byron Buxton, Max Kepler. They're going to be there for a minute. And then you have Austin Martin, who they acquired from the Blue Jays. You have Matt Wallner. And then Emmanuel Rodriguez. Cool. New York Mets, Mark Canha, Brandon Nimmo, and Starling Marte. Nimmo's going to be there only through this year. Could be traded possibly to, maybe add a piece. Canha and Marte, they're going to be there for a couple years. And then in the future, it's Alex Ramirez, Nick Plummer, and Silman Juan. Simon Juan. Another Juan. Oh yeah, it's Simon Juan. I said Silman. What the heck is the name of Silman? What? Yankees. You have Gallo, Hicks, and Judge. Obviously, Judge is a free agent after this year. See what happens there. Gallo, same thing. And then you have Aaron Hicks, who's a free agent in 2026. Aaron Hicks, 2026. Haha. For the future, it's Jason Dominguez, Everson Pereira, and then Elijah Dunham. For the Oakland A's, it will be Chad Pinder, Christian Pache, and then Ramon Laureano. Pinder is a free agent after this year. Could see him getting traded at some point for, as a rental for a team that needs outfielding help. Outfield bats for the playoff push. Ramon Laureano, he's not going nowhere, and neither is Pache, obviously. Future is Denzel Clark, Pedro Pineda, and then Brian Bravis. They're not going to be up for a while, though. Phillies, it will be Schwarber, Herrera, and Castellanos. Although you could honestly put Bryce. Yeah. But obviously it talks about Harper. But yeah, Harper's going to be there for a long time. Not even worth putting him in there. But yeah, right now it's Schwarber, Odubel Herrera, and Castellanos. They're all not going anywhere except for, Herrera is a free agent after this year. But the other two are not going anywhere anytime soon. For the future, it's Johan Rojas, Jalen Ortiz, and Ethan Wilson. For Pittsburgh, Ben Gamble, he's out after this year. Ryan Reynolds could get traded, but he's controllable through 2025 for whatever team gets him if he is traded. And Jack Sawinski is controllable through 2027. Future, Lonnie White, Travis Swaggerty, and Matt Frazier. Okay. For the Padres, we are getting close to the end. We are about 7 away. Padres, Profar, Grisham, and I guess technically Tatis, but he's out, obviously, so it'll be Will Myers. Well, Tatis, I guess, can play out there too, but yeah. But I mean, Tatis has played in the outfield at times, but I think he's a shortstop, isn't he? Oh well. I don't even know. I mean, I have barely seen Tatis play. That's sad. I forgot what position he plays. That's tough. You have Robert Hassel, James Wood, and Joshua Mears as the incoming guys. But, yeah, Profar will be controllable through at least 23, possibly 22, 23. Grisham, 25, and Myers, 23. And then you have the Giants. Jock Peterson, controllable through this year. He'll be a free agent after this year. As a free agent. Yeah, he was signed as a free agent. I thought the Guardians were going to sign him, but nope. Austin Slater. And then Mike Yastrzemski. Age 31 and 29. Very old outfield. Coming up, you have Luis Matos, Helio Ramos, and Jairo Pomares. Oh, God, imagine being Rocha having to say that name. Pomares. He's going to say Pomares. No, because it's his team. He'll get it right the first time. Seattle, of course, you have Winker, Rodriguez, and Haniger. Winker is out after next year. Haniger out after this year. Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting Haniger. That'd be cool. And then Julio obviously just showed up, so he won't be gone for a while. And then future, Jared Kelenic, although he'll probably jump back in there at some point. Gabriel Gonzalez, and then Lazaro Montes. For St. Louis, it is Tyler O'Neill, Harrison Bader, Dylan Carlson. They're controllable for a while, although Bader might be gone after next year. We'll see. O'Neill and Carlson will be there for a couple more years. Future, Alec Burleson, Joshua Baez, and what the heck kind of name is that? Juan Bin Cho. Okay. All right. Juan Bin Cho. Cool. All right. Tampa Bay, you got Rosarena, Kiermaier, Margot. Margot and Kiermaier could easily be traded at some point in the near future. For the future, you got Vidal Brujan, who's up now. Cameron Misner, and then Henriberto Hernandez. I like how they put now in all caps. That's awesome. Rangers, Eli White, Adolis Garcia, and Cole Calhoun. 2 of the 3 are controllable through 26, and obviously Cole Calhoun is controllable through next year. Future, Evan Carter, Aaron Zavala. Yolson Montrebo. I thought I've seen Zavala before. seen that name before, but I think it's a catcher. Yeah, I think it's a catcher named Sivali for the White Sox. Wait, what happened? Commanders spend $100 million on Virginia land, new stadium site. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Wow, don't care. Next, we have Toronto, Gurriel, Springer, Hernandez. Yes, Hernandez is controllable through 23, Gurriel through 24, Springer through 26. Nice to have. Samad Taylor, Young Angel Apante, and then Desan Brown. They're not going to be up for a little bit. Samad should be up this year, but I don't know about that. We'll see. Nationals. Lane Thomas, Victor Robles, and Juan Soto. There's a lot of rumors going around that Soto could be dealt. We'll see if that actually happens. I doubt it, but you never know. And if he is dealt, keep an eye on a guy like Christian Vaquero or Jeremy De La Rosa. Maybe even Yasiel Antuna. Nice. And that'll do it for that one, guys. So with that being said, very long stream today. Went about an hour. About half of that was me talking about the Tigers series and the Astros series. And the rest of it was me talking about this article. I figured I'd do, pass the time a little bit. Make up for all those botched efforts at trying to stream because, tried it on the YouTube thing, but it wasn't working. It wasn't recognizing my microphone, but we got it done. Shout out to everybody. And, yeah, I'll be doing article reviews like this every once in a while. But yeah, guys, shout out to everybody who tuned in. If you tuned in for 5 minutes or 5 seconds, shout out to everybody who came in and showed a little support, Even the littlest support means a lot because it just shows that people actually watch the stuff. They ride with me, you know how it is. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to head out of here. Have a great day. I'll see you all tonight for Game 4, Heat and Celtics. We'll see if the Heat can go up 3-1. Or maybe the Celtics can tie the series up at 4-2 and make it a best of 3. And then, of course, tomorrow, Warriors and Mavericks Game 4. Mavericks try to avoid the brooms. Do I break out the broom? And being as, Sports Fear and Roach have a name for their broom, do I name mine the Crazy Broom? Nah, I don't know about it. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. I'll see you all tonight. I'm Crazy Dog 99. And I'll see you for Celtics Heat. Let's hope for another good game. Go Guardians. I'm out. By the way, this is Grady Sizemore. You know who it is by now. I've